back with us on the SportsMax Zone. We are on the final leg of the show, almost at its climax. There's an amateur team that I think we should speak about before we go to interactive and class moments, which come up shortly after. And it's this. The suspension, Mariah, Lance, of Blessing Okagbare for 10 years for her involvement in doping, I think is a significant moment in athletics in track and field. And I would hate for us to be accused, credibly, by anybody of not speaking about it on this show. And so I want to go to Mr. Olympics himself for his perspective first, Lance. What there have been reports, rather, of wiretaps of Okagbare being heard in a conspiracy to procure banned drugs, to take banned drugs, and to also undermine the spirit of clean and ethical competition. And perhaps that is why the authorities have come down so hard on her with this 10-year ban. And I want to get your perspective on it, on a sprinter that Jamaicans have taken to over time, given her progress and everything else, and her prowess in the long jump and in the sprints. And if you are caught doping now and conspiring so deeply, there's everything to suggest that you've always been doing something illegal, but getting away with it until now.
Yeah. Well, the fact is that a 10-year ban for her equates to a lifetime ban.
Yes.
Because she's 33 years old now, and at 43, sprinters would have retired. So the effect of a 10-year ban for her means that her career is over. And I think it would have been calculated that way, because the investigation and the inquiries were clearly very, very extensive, and they have incontrovertible evidence that she's guilty. And, you know, no one likes drug cheats, and most people believe that if someone is caught cheating, they should be banned for life. Well, let me not say most people, but many track and field fans I know believe that the legitimate punishment for a convicted drug cheat is a life ban. So I feel a little sympathy, because I never looked at her that way.
You're sympathetic with her?
I'm just saying that I didn't look at her in that way based on her career. So it is a bit of a shock for me. So I feel a little sympathy to the person that I had known. But having heard all of it, having heard all of this now, she can't escape it, and she deserves it, because you know, athletes work really hard to win medals and to prepare themselves for top flight competition, and no one knows that they are competing against people who have been given an unfair advantage, and in many instances giving themselves an unfair advantage.
I think it's a massive turning point as well. It's showing that those that are making the rules and those that are overseeing these doping situations are getting very strict, and you know, they're basically saying they have no tolerance, they have zero tolerance for acts such as these. And in the same breath that I'm saying that, all that is going through my mind, George, is the young Camila Valieva, the 15-year-old that was made an exception. So, you know, it's just two separate situations. But doping is something that, you know, the more we talk about it and the more situations come to hand, the rules are getting strict.
Yeah, you see, Blessing Okagbare is in the dark, but I want to revisit something that my friend said.
Okay.
So, Mitika, I want you to straighten out for me. When you say that you feel sympathy, just explain that once again. Because
I said for the person that I knew, not this person that we now know. Oh, the person I had known over the years.
Okay.
But that's what I said. Over the years. I didn't see her in that light, so I feel sympathy for that person that I thought.
Reasonable. Because I'm telling you, hearing that she was engaged in this, I said, well, let's hope that she can explain herself.
Yes.
Because, again, the person that she was.
Yes.
The outstanding African sprinter for a long time, joined by Talu and Ohuri, several years now. But she still has claims to be the greatest female African sprinter in history. Yeah, that's a position that many would have accorded her, that status many would have accorded her before these things. But Lance, reading the details, as you've said, reading the details of the indictment against her, and they have her on record, they have recordings of her conspiring. There is no way anything else. And the reason I find it significant is because of this. Other high-profile athletes, Olympic champions, world champions, have committed infractions in the past. And the punishment that they've gotten have led track and field to fans to wonder, what is this? This is a joke.
Yeah,
You
joke
get
thing, and that's why they continue doing it.
In many instances, they've been allowed to come back.
Exactly. 10 years for me, I want 10 years to be the benchmark. And we all know that law is based on precedent and precedents. I hope that this, on the books now, is the benchmark for athletes found to conspire and to cheat that is no less than a 10-year punishment. Because they should be... look, I want to say something stronger, but I can't say it here. People who deny and undermine clean and ethical sport should be punished very, very harshly. I'm sorry, I have no sympathy whatsoever. And Blessing Okagbare has put a stain on African sprinting. And look, we all know how difficult it is for athletes from Africa to break through the clutter, to break through the glass, granite, and all kind of other substances that make the ceiling that they have to breach to get through. And you have broken through. Other women have come through now. And you, as the figurehead, the reference point, have found to be involved in this. I can feel no sympathy for what she has done to damage the reputation of track and field in Africa. And I'm saying 10 years, maybe a 6 months in jail would have sufficed as well. I'd be happy with that, but I'll take the 10 years suspension. But I feel really strongly about it.
She's done for.
Yeah, but I feel really strong about it. Mariah, she should spend some time in prison, is what I think. Anyway, I think we should break now and come back for interactive.
That's what Mariah thinks too.